As you can see, I am pretty barefaced and I'm looking a little rough. So, gonna walk you through my, not every day because I do switch it up, but the makeup routine that I've been doing lately for my full face. I started with my glorious primer, and then to prep my lips for later applications, I'm taking a lip scrub. Younique does have one, but I'm sick, so, and it's a stick. I have it somewhere. I'll find it later. Younique's is like a lip scrub in a stick, but because I'm sick, I don't want to use that. So I'm going to use one by my friend, Porter&Prairie. They have amazing lip scrubs, and this is a rose one, so I'm just using that with a Q-tip. Prepping my lips for lipstick later. Okay. Now, on to the good stuff. I'm going to take my Touch liquid foundation with my liquid foundation brush. With this, you need to make sure you get all the liquid out of the dropper, because it does like to separate. So you need to get it all out of the dropper and then shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Now this stuff, this liquid foundation is amazing. I love it. It's not a full coverage, but I've got a trick for that. It just feels so lightweight, like you're not even wearing any. So take 5 drops around the outside, and then take concealer to match your foundation shade. Well, I'm using Organza. It's my summerish color. If it's like in the middle of summer, I do add some bronzer to the middle divot just to kind of even it out, but I've lost my tan, the little bit that I add, so I'm not worrying about that. So now I've got dots of concealer and dots of foundation, and I'm going to dot it around my face. It looks crazy. It feels a little weird, not gonna lie, but dotting it around first makes sure that you have the right amount of foundation all over your face, and so it's an even coverage, and you don't have more in one spot and have to drag it around to another. I just find it simpler, easier. And then you literally just buff it in. So easy. Make sure you get like underneath your nose, or else you look like a crazy person. To keep coverage lightweight underneath the eye area, you don't want a lot of product buildup there. So I don't take my foundation all the way up. I keep it basically right underneath that eye bag area, because I'm going to add concealer, and you put concealer on top of foundation, it just gets to be too much and it weighs you down. It makes you look older. Some days I need that, but I don't really want it. My brush is falling apart. I don't know why. I'm getting it into my eyebrows, but we'll get that later. Drag it down your neck. That feels pretty good, looks pretty good. Looks even. So then, take concealer in a shade lighter. I can never open this thing. Take concealer in a shade lighter than your foundation for a highlight, which is what we want underneath the eye. Take a little bit on your fingertip, and you use your ring finger because that is the weakest finger on your hand, and you don't want a lot of pressure because you could bruise it. The eye area is very delicate. I take it above. Got your nose. Anywhere you want to draw the light. And just pat it on. The heat from your hand helps blend in this concealer into your skin so it doesn't cake up and look like super heavy. Once you have it in there most of the way, go back with your foundation brush and just blend in the edges so it looks natural and not like there's this line. Okie dokie. Now that's pretty much good to go. Sorry, that's really gross. Convention cold. Yesterday I had a fever, not today. That's good. But now I've just got phlegm buildup. I've lost what it's over here. Now, the Touch Foundation is a liquid that dries to a powder, but I do like setting it a little bit and not just use baby powder. You can use whatever powder you like. But my oiliest, that's not even a word, T-zone, where you get most oil buildup, I like to add some powder to that and a little bit underneath the eye, not too much. And to add some definition, bronzer, love it. And you take this in a 3 pattern. So I cut it underneath my cheekbone, forehead, jawline. Cut the cheekbone. Forehead, jawline. You do want to drag it down the neck too. Blend, blend, blend. Sides of the nose. Where the sun naturally bronzes you, that is where you want to put the bronzer. Blend, blend, blend. And that, gotta blend that out a little bit more. It's just on camera. It's not noticeable in the mirror. Super weird. But that is a quick full face look. Now, fun stuff.